What is up, guys? How y'all doing today? Excuse me. Welcome back to the channel for another episode of Retro Reviews. That's right. It's not game night with Retro yet, because this is the season summary show. So yes, welcome to the San Francisco 49ers season summary show. I'm your host, Retro, right? So we're basically going to do our season review, go over our each individual players, their stats, and see how they did for the season. We'll also look at the team rankings, the league leaders, and then we'll take a look at the playoff schedule and simulate the wild card games, revealing the divisional round games, and ultimately revealing our next opponent. All right, so let's get started. So let's start with our quarterback, our leaders. Number 8, Steve Young. How'd he do? I'm going to say he had a pretty fine and dandy season. Completed 77% of his passes for 4,119 yards. Yes, a 4,000 yards passing season, right? And that's the thing. We wasn't just like airing it out all the time. We was being balanced, you know. We was running the ball too, right? But yeah, 4,019 yards, 43 touchdowns, just the 3 interceptions. Pretty cool. And also 21 rushes for 141 yards. Almost a 7-yard average and 2 rushing touchdowns. So Steve Young was getting it done this year for the Niners, and I'm going to say he's a lock for the Pro Bowl. All right. So Mr. Steve's, a.k.a. Sonny Bonowig, did not see the action. Did not see the action this year. Steve Young started and finished every game. Okay, our running back, Ricky Watters. He did get over 1,000 yards. So see right there, we had a 1,000-yard running back. Now, it was just barely 1,000, but hey, still, we had a 1,000-yard running back. So we wasn't just like, you know, being a stat whore and just trying to, you know, get passing numbers and all that. I believe in being a balanced team. You know, I try to have a balanced offensive attack. You know, I don't like to be a one-trick pony. But here we go. Yeah, Ricky Watters, 157 attempts, 1,009 yards, a 6.4-yard average, 18 rushing touchdowns. He also had 11 catches for 278 yards, a 23-yard average. So Ricky was running it and catching it for us out of the backfield. Tom Rathman, just 17 rushes for 32 yards, 3 rushing touchdowns, but he did have 11 catches for 204 yards and 2 receiving touchdowns. And also, you know, blocking, paving the way for Ricky Watters, right? So there you go. Tom Rathman, pretty good season. Amplitas came in for a couple games at the end of the season. You know, Tom Rathman was kind of feeling he was bad, and Ampli got on excellent, so we put him in there for a couple games. So we did have 9 rushes for 19 yards, a couple touchdowns, 3 receptions for 60 yards. So 20-yard average on that, and he did see some special teams play there. Mark Logan, our special teams guy, yeah, just 4 carries for 9 yards on offense, but yeah, mainly our special teams. 34 kickoff returns for 499 yards, almost a 15-yard average here. 6 punt returns for 32 yards. All right, our starting wide receiver, John Taylor, had 35 receptions for 1,207 yards and 13 receiving touchdowns. Pretty solid season there for number 82, John Taylor. And our other receiver, Jerry Rice, the man, number 80, right? 43 catches, 1,451 yards, and 19 receiving touchdowns. Yeah, there was a time early in the season, I'm going to say the first half of the season or so, Taylor had the edge. He was like he was out in front of Jerry. But then, you know, as the second half of the season got going, it seemed like Jerry, he kicked it up a notch, right? He upped his game or something. He started eating his Wheaties or something. But yeah, he passed John, right? So yeah, so he had 19 touchdowns. John had 13. Yeah, 35. So there, but still good receiving tandem there between those two guys. And our tight end Brent Jones, I'm going to say he had a solid season. 24 catches, 819 yards, a 34-yard average, and 9 receiving touchdowns. So Brent Jones getting it done for us. So we got a trio of receiving threats there. Jamie Williams, he did not see any action. Neither did Odessa Turner or Mervin Fernandez. Okay. Let's go to our kicker, Mike Kofor. He hit 65 of his 65 extra point attempts on he hit 65 extra points on 68 attempts, and on field goals he was 9 of 11. So, yeah, I mean, you know, pretty good though, pretty good. You know, he had a two missed field goals. Hey, it happens, right? A couple of them were for the distance. And really, those 2 misses were because of the distance. It wasn't because of the accuracy. I attempted a couple long ones, and you know, he couldn't quite get it there. And then just missing 3 extra points, but still, I'm gonna say solid season for Mike Kofor there overall, right? Overall. So how about that, David? How about that? Klaus Wimsmeyer, he had 5 punts for 303 yards, a 60-yard average. We'll have to see if he was a leader. All right, let's go to the defense. Kevin Fagan had 4 sacks. Dennis Brown, 1 sack. Ted Washington, 4 sacks. John Johnson didn't have anything. He had some pressures there late in the season because he was on next one. I was using him, but look at no sacks here. Keith DeLong had 6 sacks. Bill Romanowski, our sack leader, had 14 sacks. Romo getting it done. And Michael Walter had 2 sacks. All right, our defensive backfield, Don Griffin, he had 2 interceptions and a sack. Eric Davis had 3 interceptions and a sack. Dana Hall had 2 interceptions. And Tim McDonald had 5 interceptions for 42 yards returned. So, let's say pretty good overall. Defense played pretty good, you know, pretty good overall. Let's see how we did on this. The team rankings here. Let's go to the offense first. Number 1 offense in the league. 5,238 yards total offense. All right, beating out the Cowboys here. Number 1 passing offense. 4,019. Let's check out the defense. Number 1 defense in the league. 3,582 yards. Number 1 overall. Number 3 against the pass. And number 1 against the rush. A lot of time, that might surprise a lot of people because, you know, we did give up some big runs here and there, but hey, there you go. Number 1 defense in the league, and number 1 offense in the league. All right, let's check out the league leaders here. Steve Young, number 1 quarterback in the league. Big surprise, right? Not really. Berline was number 2. Wow. Aikman, number 3. Marino, 4. Kelly, 5. Elway, 6. Moon was 7. Sims, 8. Stan Humphrey was number 9. And Wade Wilson, number 10. Pretty good company there, wouldn't you say? Let's go to the receivers. And Rice is there at number 9 with, as far as this is based on receptions, right? 43 receptions. Let's go to yards. Sterling Sharp of the Packers, but there's Rice, number 3. So, yeah, Sterling Sharp had a heck of a season. Part of the reason the Packers did get in the playoffs. How about yards per reception? Wow, Claiborne of Tampa Bay? Are you serious? A 47.5 yard average? I'm going to have to check him out. See what his total stats were. There's Taylor, but after him, right? Taylor, Jones, and Rice. Our 3 top dogs right there for average. And basically almost about the same. 34 yards for Taylor and Jones and just 33.7 for Rice. But it's still virtually the same. Let's see, rushing. Yeah, we'll be up here. We'll be on there somewhere. There we are. Ricky Watters, number 17. Got just over 1,000 yards. He started out the season good and strong, you know. So I'm going to say he started out the season, you know, Ricky running Waters, but like I said, he barely got his 1,000 yards at the very end. So he started out running Waters, but yeah, after that he was just trickling Waters. All right, how about sacks? Reggie White of the Packers. Yeah, a lot of people forget Reggie White went to the Packers. I mean, a lot of people remember him with the Eagles, which very, you know, rightly so. But he actually did go to the Packers, and that's how he got he finally won a Super Bowl, right? There's Bill Romanowski, number 8 on the sack list with number 14. Wow, Steve Entman, number 3 with the Colts. There's Harris of the Eagles. Is that Tim Harris? I think maybe he did go to the Eagles. There's Derek Thomas, tied for number 5. And my kickoff returns. Deion Sanders, right? Big surprise, no surprise there. Almost a 30-yard average. Even 2 of them went for touchdowns. Let's see, we had like a our guy had like a 14-yard average. So actually, yeah, there he is, Mark Logan, number 38. Wow. Punt returns. Wow, the leading punt return guy is just based off of 1 punt return for 26 yards. Okay. Yeah, punt returns they're tough to get in this game. I mean, they're tough on NES too, but they're even tougher on this one because you really have no blocking. Alright, how about interception? Oops, wrong button. Interceptions. Bubba McDowell was the leader with 7, along with Henderson of the Patriots. Yeah, see, there's Tim McDonald. He was number 10 with 5. I didn't control McDonald most of the season. I controlled Eric Davis and Don Griffin. Like I said, I wanted it to be a little bit more challenging because Tim McDonald is a dominating player. All right, scoring. Thurman Thomas of the Bills, and here Emmitt Smith, number 2, followed by Dickerson, Byner, Barry Foster, and Hurst. There's Jerry Rice. Look at that, 19 receiving touchdowns. That's a lot. That's a lot of touchdowns for a receiver, right? Even on here, I think that's a lot of touchdowns for one receiver. Playing it just playing normal, right? Not hyper focused and forcing it to the guy and like trying to get him a lot. I spread. You can see I spread the ball around, right? I spread it around, and he still got 19 touchdowns. That's pretty good. That's pretty dang good. All right, there we go. So yeah, we went over the final standings last video. So let's get these playoff games started. We're gonna see who our opponent is. We'll face either the Giants or the Packers. That they play in the wild card. So whoever wins that game will travel to Candlestick to take on the Niners, right? So we got some interesting matchup. First up, let's just get it going. AFC wild card, Miami Dolphins and Houston Oilers. Ooh, the Dolphins prevail 28-24. Miami moves on to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers in the divisional round. Let's continue. Washington Redskins and Atlanta Falcons. Oh, the Falcons. I'm going to say that might be an upset. 30-23. How about that? So the Falcons move on to face the Cowboys in the divisional round. Let's continue. AFC wildcard, Chiefs, Chargers, division rivals here. Ooh, the Chiefs in a close one, 14-10. So even though the Chargers won the division, Chiefs get the last laugh here. So the Chiefs move on to face the Bills in the divisional round. NFC wildcard, Giants, Packers. Coming at you from Lambeau Field. Because the Packers actually won their division. And the Packers prevail 21-7. So there you go. There is our opponent who will be facing in the divisional round. Green Bay Packers are coming to town. Alright, so they're the divisional games are set. So that's going to conclude today's season summary show. And so we hope you tune in tonight when we take on the Green Bay Packers from Candlestick Park, right? Should be a good game. Brett Favre, Steve Young, right? Sterling Sharp, Jerry Rice. Heck yeah, that sounds like a good time. So, okay, guys, that's going to do it for the video. Leave me your thoughts on the 49ers season. And your thoughts, can they take it all the way? Can we do it? Can we get a title? Can we get a little bit of redemption and justice for that injustice that was displayed on your screens this past Super Bowl? Blah. That rotten taste in your mouth. I was pulling for the 49ers, but like I said, I think it's rigged. It's like, nah, it's almost like watching pro wrestling, right? Like WWF. Anyways, I don't want to go on that rant. I don't want to go on that anymore. I want to try to stay positive here, right? Try to keep those positive vibes flowing and growing, you know? So anyways, guys, leave your thoughts in the comments below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. That's going to do it for the video. Hopefully we'll see you tonight. Look forward for you to tune in when we take on the Green Bay Packers. Alright, guys, until next time, have a good one, okay? And I'll see you when I see you. But if this is your first time to the channel, tap subscribe, then the bell, ding ding, so you're notified when I upload new videos. So until next time, guys, keep it retro, and come Lord Jesus.
We're fighters for truth, justice, and the American way.
And liftoff. We have liftoff. Challenger has cleared the tower.